Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Here on the Solana chart, we are currently tracking still this correction, which might be over. It should complete in this region. On the daily chart, we obviously don't really see the detail behind it, and we don't really see the micro patterns. That's why we're going to take a look at the 1 hour chart in a minute, and it should give us more clarity. Overall, here on the daily chart, though, we are looking at levels that are very, very clearly defined. Nothing got invalidated. Rather, the price is trying to really break above these trend lines. The upside momentum is not yet convincing, but we have a rather friendly Saturday, I would say. Prices go up a little bit. There is some upside momentum, but it's overall still very weak. Naturally, volume and liquidity on Saturday are rather low. So still, we are holding above that previous structural support level here at $110, marked by the red horizontal support line. We're also holding above the $102 level, which is the 161.8 extension of the initial A wave down. In the yellow scenario, the way to calculate targets for this correction is to take the length of the A wave with our Fibonacci extension tool, and then we compare that with the length of the C wave, and it takes us into this blue zone here between $102 and $131. Yeah, this is the pretty much the area between the 123.6 extension and the 161.8 extension. Very common targets for such a C wave to the downside. And yeah, I mean, this is one interpretation, that this is a wave 4 correction, which could still give us one more high in a wave 5. People getting bored, that's completely normal. At the end of a C wave in a wave 4, people are getting bored. That is what the market does. But yeah, trading should be boring, essentially. You know, that's what it is. You know, if it's not boring, then you're not doing it the right way. That's quite simple. Not great for us, because people aren't gonna watch the videos, you know, and the updates when the market is boring. But that's precisely what is the case. You know, when the market is boring, when you're trading and it's boring for you, rather, then you're doing it the right way. When you're super excited in a trade, it's not really the right thing. You know, you're not doing it the right way. But anyway, this is only one interpretation. The other interpretation is that we are in a more bearish scenario, in which this here was the top of wave 1, okay, and we're in a larger wave 2 correction, and that we're only in the late stages of the initial A wave decline. Then there should be a B wave bounce and a C wave down. But as you can see, in both scenarios, we're watching for higher prices, potentially the start of a B wave in white or the 5th wave in yellow. Only the structure is slightly different, obviously. In the yellow count, we would be looking for a 5-wave move up, whereas in the white count, this is only a 3-wave move up. And on the way up, if pullbacks remain corrective in nature, which means the pullbacks are 3-wave movements, then we can continue to watch for higher prices. Yeah, that's essentially what we're tracking at the moment here on the Solana chart. That means when we finally start to go up, and that would be the assumption that we do that probably rather sooner than later, then as long as pullbacks remain corrective, we can watch for higher. If we see that, you know, just a 5-wave move down on the micro level, it will be a big warning that a more substantial top has formed. I would say now we'll take a look at the smaller time frame for Solana. What you can see here is this sideways consolidation. I have just slightly relabeled it. The levels are the same. I've relabeled the yellow count, okay? The previous one is still valid, but we considered wave 4 in yellow might have topped here, but the move down isn't really impulsive. So what I am tracking now is the potential that this wave 4 is a triangle, which is giving us the same invalidation point as before, that $137 level there, which is the previous swing high that formed here on the 15th of March, just a week ago. So as long as this level is holding, the yellow count is valid, and we could see the move down in wave 5 happen. That's why there is a very clear invalidation point, very clear resistance level that the blue count needs to break above, essentially. Yeah, the bulls need to break above that level, $137, to invalidate yellow to invalidate the immediate risk of a downside breakout. So good news is, in the blue count, it's currently being kept alive. The bulls actually turned up where they needed to, in this micro support region between $124.90 and $128.92. So bulls have turned up, okay? It's just that so far there hasn't really been enough upside momentum to really rule out yellow. To tidy it up and really follow the Elliott wave principles, I've just relabeled it as a triangle pattern. Both yellow and blue remain possible at this stage. This is clearly, as you can see, simply a sideways consolidation, and we need to have a bit more patience. If at any point now the price breaks below the Tuesday low, 18th of March, it will indicate that the yellow count is taking the lead and that the price is, breaking down and possibly on its way to $110 and $103. Whether we get another low or not is really just noise on the larger time frame. So I'm watching for signals that a recovery is starting. Unfortunately, with only 3 wave movements to the upside, the bears are still leading, in my opinion. Yeah, the bulls are clearly not leading. But that can change, okay? But we need further evidence, like in the blue count in the first step, please, a rally above $137. That would confirm further that blue scenario. So that's the update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.